Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Living with a Toy Collector. This is Anna Chaos. Um, just, uh, just wanted to talk about a couple things. It is Saturday night. I haven't talked about anything in a while. Assuming you guys know, I am the content manager for Raging Orgasm. Is my husband's project. Currently, at the moment, we are doing, as you guys can see, we gave the webpage a really big facelift. It's been kind of fun. We're currently holding a contest. We're giving away three slug zombies. These are hand painted by my husband. So if you guys join my husband's group at Raging Orgasm on his Facebook, all you gotta do is just join the group and we'll randomly pick somebody and actually give them away these toys. This will be about the fourth and fifth one that we're doing of these. So this is pretty fun. So one of the things that I want to talk about today, by the way, this is my YouTube channel, so Lemura Toy Collector. Check it out. I'm still adjusting to it because apparently the previous version that I liked is no longer being used, so it looks like it's incomplete. But I'll get around here in the near future to actually go ahead and add some more stuff on here. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about is pretty much the movies. I love the movies. I am a big supporter of the graphics industry. As I mentioned before, graphics has pretty much been my bread and butter for the last couple of years. However, the last couple of years, I'm going to say between the last year or so, it's gotten a little harder and harder and harder for me to go to the theater and pay what they're asking for a movie ticket. There is a lot of content being made. There's a lot of ways to actually access this content without paying an extravagant amount of money. And I just want to explain a little bit why I'm having this issue with paying so much money when I can just wait and get Redbox or rent it at a movie store and stuff. So a couple of things that a lot of people need to keep in mind is that prices for movie theaters have gone up. A couple reasons is, first of all, let's say you have a $10 ticket. Oh, let me go ahead and change the color. There we go. So let's say we have a $10 ticket for a movie. Out of that ticket, what a lot of people don't realize is that the movie theater actually gets only a small percentage. So even though they're charging you like $10, the movie theater itself, let's pretend that is like a drive-through theater because that's kind of funny. Put little cars there. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. So the movie theater itself is only actually gaining $2 out of this. So they actually don't get to keep the full amount that they charge you. Granted, it has been a little bit extravagant in the last couple of years, but I can explain why that is going on as well. Now, even though they are charging you 10 and they're getting 2, the rest of this money goes back to the big studios that actually, creates the films and all that fun stuff. I'm going to put, Hollywood. There we go. So Hollywood gets most of those profits, and then from there it's just like another whole situation, a bunch of people that get paid. All right. Now, because they make so little on the movie tickets, this actually explains why things such as, popcorn, and soda are literally worth like a small fortune in movie theater. I mean, I've seen places where they'll charge you like, a soda and a popcorn is almost like $8 for, I mean, for something that they get pretty much barely for anything. If I remember correctly, for every 32 ounces of soda, it costs around 16 to 24 cents to the actual company. So, but this is just statistics from a while ago, so I'm pretty sure it's gone a little higher. But literally, soda and popcorn is pretty much all profit. Some of them are ranging between 300% to 400% profit on these products. So something to keep in mind. So this is why when you go to the theater, a lot of people pretty much sneak in their snacks because they have to charge outrageous because they only make a small portion of the actual ticket prices that they're making. Now, a couple of the things that's also jacking up the price on this is that a lot of the theaters are adding something that is called a 4K theater projection. What it is, if I remember correctly, the company that makes it is Sony, and it is some of the new high-end projectors that shows really nice, crispy, clear graphics on, the can't even think of the name right now. Not the board. Yeah, I'm just gonna call the board for right now, or I'm totally blanking on it. But anyway, the projection on the wall. I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, so this is what is known as a 4K Sony system. I'm sure there's a couple different ones being developed right now. Now these babies are not cheap. Um, Pretty much last time I checked, because they were being introduced, the average 4K projector system for uh, not for market, or pretty much for resale, not resale, but for major business, like major theaters, its average is costing around 100,000 for the projector. So imagine being a small mom and pop who only has like 10 theaters. They're trying to get at least one projector, and they need to find a way to pay $100,000 back just for a projector. So that way you can go ahead and get a great quality, system, so you can see the movie in crispy, clear definition, see people's pores and all kinds of stuff. So to recap, the $10 that you're paying, this is not, keep in mind, this is not IMAX, and this is not how do you say, IMAX 3D, or the new latest thing, or IMAX 3D 4K system. This is for regular seat. Out of the $10, they only get $2, so they have to make up for the difference to run the place by charging you a lot for pretty much snacks, or pretty much also they also have to charge you a little bit more, so that way they can compensate and maybe sneak in an extra dollar because they have to pay for that 4K system. All right. Now, here's the problem that I'm having with movie theaters. Where I'm at, I'm in Tampa. I'm in Tampa, Florida. Depending where you go, different theaters have different prices. Now, what I've been seeing more and more is that a regular theater, let's say this is regular price, it is a minimum of around $10 per person. All right. By the way, matinee used to be up to 1 o'clock. Some places have dropped it all the way to 11:30 in the morning, and they purposely will play the movie at 11:40 so you don't play matinee, which I think is totally absurd, and it's just a little bit not pleasant for the end consumer, or a person who actually wants to go to the movies more than once. So regular price is 10. Now if you do IMAX, it is around $13. And if you do IMAX 3D, and let's assume that's also 4K, you're looking at around $16 a ticket. Now, to me, this is a little bit extravagant for some of the prices. I mean, I will do an IMAX 3D for $10, but once it's reaching $16, that's ridiculous, because I could just wait 3 months down the line, and you all know what I'm talking about. It's not like it used to be in the 90s and in the 80s where you had to wait like 3 years. You could wait 3 months, and then literally you could get the full DVD, Blu-ray, digital, with like extra features, director's commentary, blah blah blah, for maybe $30. All right, top. So for the price of two people, you could literally buy your own copy that you could watch over and over and over and over again. Not to mention, you also have things such as Redbox, and then you have other services. You wait a little bit longer, such as Netflix. You might get it on Hulu. You also get it on Amazon Prime. And I believe YouTube also has its own DVD, like not DVD, but movie services where you can watch older movies for a low cost. So I mean, you're going from $16 to God knows what. I mean, you have a dollar here. This is just pennies at this point. Netflix, as you watch as much as I do, same thing goes here. Here you have a couple dollars, and same thing goes, right here for YouTube itself. So, but yeah, but the other thing that I'm talking about, I mean, we can see how extravagant that is that if you really think about it, unless the movie's really good, for example, the only movie I want to watch this summer since last year was Despicable Me. I loved the series and I really read great reviews on it. It was the only movie that I really wanted to watch, and we didn't even watch it 3D. I just fine with just regular D. I know a lot of people that get sick from the IMAX 3D, but when we went to pay for a ticket, the tickets was $22 for two people, and that's what I kind of wanted to talk about this a little bit. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking around. There's an average families between 3 and 4 people, and I'm going, so I wonder how many times will it take me to go to a theater, or how many times would it take me for me to save up enough money to kind of get like my own system at home. So if I grab the value of my ticket and I just save that up and I hold off for like a couple movies, how long would it take me to save up to get an actual system? So let's say we have a family of four. Okay, so a family of four at $10, you're already looking at $40. All right, this is per movie. Now, keep in mind that for around $1,000, you can get yourself a pretty good system. We're talking about somewhere between 30s inch systems. This is cables. This is mount, and this, by the way, LED. Now LEDs was sticking, LCDs was going out, and definitely not plasma. All right, so 30-inch cables, mounts, speakers, and then you have a Blu-ray player or whatever other device. So maybe you can have like an Xbox or a PS, whatever they're up to. I think they're up to a PS3 right now or whatever. But for about $1,000, you can get yourself a pretty good system. Granted, it's not going to be the 60-inch, but you have a pretty good system. So technically, if you grab, thinking about $40 every time you go to the theater, that's also not counting food. That's also not counting transportation and, I like gas and stuff. So $1,000, divided by $40, you're looking around 25 times. So if a family went to the theater around 25 times, you can pretty much save up to get a really nice system where you could just kind of sit there with your family and just enjoy the movie. Yeah, I know. Look at my little doodles right there. And in severe awesomeness. And not to mention, you don't have to worry about having to pay outrageous money for food. You can pause it if you're planning to go to the bathroom, or maybe you're tired. You can watch it as many times as you want. You can play for the kids over and over and over and over again. So it's one of those things that I'm looking at, and I was like, God, it's almost not worth going to the theater anymore. And if you're like me, I love watching the special effects and stuff, but I don't mind waiting, and sometimes the quality you get from your home theater is 10 times better than what you get in your actual theater. Not to mention you don't have that annoying person yelling behind you, spilling stuff, being kicked, which, by the way, both me and my husband got hit with a purse last time we were there. It sucks. Now, imagine this. If you're a standard good parent, this is, kind of like the family bonding type thing. So let's go back to around $1,000 for equipment. So you have a family of four, and let's say snacks cost, and I'm going to easily say around $25. All right, this is four sodas, a couple popcorn, maybe candy. Maybe they might have a hot dog or two because hot dogs are very expensive. And now a lot of the places are starting to serve alcohol. So let's say around 25. So now we're up to $65 just for the visit before transportation and all that fun stuff. So if we go ahead and we go $65, let's do 1,000 divided by 65, it is roughly around 11 times. 11 times will pretty much allow me to save up enough money to, actually not 11 times, it should be a little bit more than that. Hold on, let me do some math here. I am going to get my fancy schmancy calculator because I am late at night. 1,000 divided by 65, so we're getting 15 times, around 15 times I can actually go ahead and afford this awesome system versus going to a theater where you're going to be all angry. Not that. That's terrible. where you're going to be all angry that the person behind you is talking to you and all that fun stuff. So, um, so yeah, I just pretty much wanted to talk about that and see what you guys thought about it. But yeah, but just going back to recap a little bit, is it worth going to the movies anymore? It depends on who you are. To me, it's not worth it as much anymore. Like I said, for a basic ticket, the theater only gets $2. It's just the way the contracts is set up. The rest of the money goes to the studio. The theater makes a lot of money off from their snacks, which they literally get sometimes between 300 to 400% over what they actually cost on it. A lot of it, they're also trying to get their money back from the 4K projectors that are being introduced right now. If you manage to save up around $1,000, you can get yourself around, 30-inch with cables, mount speakers, and all that fun stuff. But for that same amount, your family can also go to the theater for a family of four 25 times, or if you like to have your snacks, you can go in around 15 times. So you tell me what you think, if it's worth going to the movies anymore. I support my field, but I personally would love to wait for it to come out on DVD. That way I own a copy, or I go to Netflix, or I go into Redbox, and if I'm not sure if the quality of the movie is any good, I'll go there and I'll check it out, and then if I really like it, I'll go out and buy it. That's pretty much how me and my husband Tom roll. But yeah, this has been Anna Chaos. I hope you guys enjoy my little rant here, and thank you so much for your time. Talk to you guys soon. See ya.